sparks are firing at the sun. Oh, hello, Dad. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing that. It's a cop. Wet circles. Thank you, welcome to this Marillion tribute night. My name's Simon Godfrey, shortly to be assassinated by the Marillion faithful. Okay. Now, actually, in all seriousness, I've got one... some of you might know that I've got this album out of Shineback. We'll have this album out of Shineback, said Simon.
It does actually exist, though.
Yes. So I'm going to play one track from it today because it's the only one that you can do with an acoustic guitar, because the rest of it...
You're not selling it.
Yeah.
That's nice how it is.
Simon doesn't also go...
It's really good, buy it.
That wasn't a request, actually. Did you hear that?
He's like the one wrong, isn't he?
So yeah, I'm doing that. Do you want me to tell you the set list?
Yes.
No? Oh God, now we've got a split opinion now. Ah! Mr. Rob Henderson. Soon to be appearing on the stage, yes.
Nice shirt, Robert. Thank you.
I bought it in Germany.
Excellent. In
1943, I hope.
Actually, I can tell you a story before everybody else turns up. I was in Rosfest. Some of the people here know this story. I was in Rosfest on... Yeah, there we go. And I went to... unlike most progressive rock festivals, there was a queue for the male toilets, not the female toilets. All the women were going straight in, straight out. Really fantastic. So there was a queue, and so as a result, you just got what you were taking. Sometimes you got a urinal, sometimes you got a stall, and I'm in the stall, all right, doing what gentlemen do in stalls. And in the stall next to me, I hear a bloke who's obviously in some distress. And when I say some distress, we're not just talking Miles Davis type thing. We are talking... And I'm sort of like going... yeah. And then it all goes quiet for a second, and then I hear in the next cubicle, under his breath, he just says, "Okay, Gary, focus." What's going on in there? So that was my one and only Rosfest tale I can tell you right now.
You sure he said focus?
Yes. Maybe he was just thinking about a band he wanted on next year, I don't know. But it was just one of those moments where you just, I'm getting out of here, I don't care if I'm finished or not, I'm out. Thank you very much. Did anybody here go to Rosfest at all? Apart from Stacey. Yeah?
Who lives there?
Who lives there, yes indeed. Rosfest, I didn't think I'd enjoy it this year actually, because it was not really my kind of acts, but the Flower Kings on the Friday night, fantastic. Ronnie Stoll flew in the day before, the day of the gig. He had a stomach virus, paid €3,000 of his own money to fly in, played most of the gig sitting down.
It was the next queue.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Okay, Royner, focus. Maybe he just likes to call himself Gary when he's off stage or something.
Maybe he's not Swedish at all.
Yeah, right. What's your name? I'm Ronnie. Then we went. What else did we saw? Jolly. If you ever get a chance to see Jolly, not really my cup of tea actually. I didn't think I'd enjoy them. They were fucking brilliant. They were really, really good. They're like a depressing version of It Bites. I mean, seriously, they are the
Your own bites.
yeah. They are the anti-It Bites.
Far better than that.
Oh well, there we are. Yeah, so, but I really, really enjoyed them. And then we saw what else? What came on after that, Stace?
After Dolly?
Sorry, who?
After Dolly?
Yeah, then. And
Electric Sleep.
yeah, that was it. Yeah. But then they had I think it was Believe. Must tell you this. Stacey, one of the organisers, she does Rosfest Bingo, and we should have done it this year, which is the whole business of you just get all of the cliches of the festivals, and you have a little bingo card which you sort of like tick off. So, for example, there was a little thing on there which is like, you know, Stephen Wilson T-shirt, and they had that on there. And some of the best ones on that, the one though, was inordinately long walk-on music to your set. So you sort of like, you know, or an inordinately long keyboard solo. If you heard one of these, you could tick it off, you see. But the one that I thought was brilliant was the Jesus pose. And we saw an awful lot of this, but we found that there's a variant of the Jesus pose, which is the chorus line. Or giving it to God, as Stacey liked to call it. And
Lucky old girl.
yes, exactly. Yeah. Now give it back. Yeah. Then there was a band called Dream the Electric Sleep. Not Dream of Electric Sheep, Dream the Electric Sleep. And they were this three-piece band, and they played. They played to an awful lot of backing tracks. There was a lot of backing tracks, but actually, no, they were really quite good. The only problem is that he wandered away, and there were still backing vocals going on as he was wandering away from the guitar and drums and stuff. But they were actually quite good. Riverside were fantastic. Now, I'm not a huge fan of sort of like prog metal. There's some stuff I really do like. They've only got one Riverside album, which is, I think. No, I think it's Rapid Eye Movement. I think I've got.
Okay.
Or Second Life Syndrome, one or two.
On Friday it was Rapid Eye Movement.
Was it? Okay, fair enough. Well, Rick's got a better memory than I have in that respect. And they were fantastic. If anybody here seen Riverside?
Yeah. Every time.
All right, okay. They are actually really worth a look. See if you get a chance. And then there was Shadow Gallery.
Before.
It's gotten quiet.
We saw them to save Twangs behind after they completely failed to promote their own gig at the Peel.
For their third ever show.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Fantastic musicians. As Matt Stevens said as he was leaving the K2 gig at Summer's End, it's not aimed at me. And
That's like
yes, exactly. But it was a really, really very well played gig that did nothing for me at all. And but they were okay. But the best part, and seriously, if you ever get a chance to go to Rosfest, the best part of going to a Rosfest gig are the after-show parties.
oh yes.
Yes, and Keith here is a good exponent of this.
Bloody lovely.
Yeah.
I'll speak for that as well.
Yeah, exactly. The after-show parties at Rosfest are bacchanalian. I always remember that the one we did when we played.
Don't say any more, my wife's here.
What was it? It was Moon Safari. Fuck, can those guys drink? Jesus.
And take their clothes off.
They were singing Constant Bloom naked in the pool with all of the women going.
And Leon.
And Leon. But hey, it's Tim, the co-producer of the Shineback album.
You're on.
Yes. But I don't know whether you saw it, but Jim Sanders, the guitarist in our band, took a fabulous photo of one of the members of Moon Safari.
Simon.
Which member?
Simon.
Was it Simon?
Yes.
One of the members of the Moon Safari, whom I will not mention. And they, unconscious, lying in a hotel hallway. I mean, it looked like The Shining meets Animal House, basically. Sort of. And he was asked to take it down. Yeah, because I don't know, but it was a piece of art. If you can see it on the internet, it's fantastic because it's beautiful. I mean, the Aspire Hotel at the at Rosfest at Gettysburg does look like absolutely, and I'm not kidding you, something out of The Shining. It's carpeted corridors, endless corridors of just walking. With all of these, and then there's just like a member of Moon Safari unconscious in the middle of the corridor.
In his pants.
In his pants, yes. Are we? Hello.
Hello, Rob.
How are you, Rob? You well? Did you try to sneak up on us? You can come down the front, you know. Fuck off. I'm not going anywhere near you two lunatics. By the way, the gig hasn't started. I was just like tuning up and stuff. So I'm not. This is not like a Hogarth era introduction to a sort of like a set or anything like that. I am literally sitting here because I'm waiting for the guys to finish. So. Hello. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, right. There is one other member of the band which has turned up today. Could you hold this for a second?
Certainly.
It's going to be an integral part of the gig for the next half an hour.
Will you welcome, please? Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Phil. Now, Phil was given to me by Mr. Foggy's band and his delightful wife on Friday night. And he said, you've got to take it on stage with you and you've got to mention that it was us that gave it to you. So, there we are.
It's the sound effect out the way.
Oh, yeah, listen to this. Shut up. So, this is going to be playing a very, very central role to one of the songs later on in the show. So if you could hold that, keep it handy.
Okay. Is this damn duck going to steal my lines?
Kill him. So yes, yeah. I don't know how the duck thing started.
It's probably your fault.
I think I might have posted something on Facebook once saying I like ducks, and then it just went. See, we don't have Leon. That's the reason. Did you see? It was Lee here yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw him for about 9 seconds as a member of my own band, and he went, "All right." He was off in the distance.
When we saw him, we were wondering which band he'd come to see. Thought maybe it was District 97 because they're a bit complicated. And I said maybe he just fancies Damien Wilson. And at that exact moment, Damien Wilson is here. And I go, ah! But I think I got away with it.
Yes. Can I just say, right now, Alan Reid is in the audience, and yeah, Alan Reid is my Elvis. I grew up listening to this bastard, and it's a little bit disconcerting to see one of your heroes now crouching down going, "Impress me." By the way, you played a fucking brilliant set, mate. I'm not entirely sure sort of like how you felt on getting up on the stage, but you just looked like you just loved it there. It was really good.
It was a good gig.
Was it?
It's what it's all about. I had the most fun I've had in years.
Seriously, it was really, really good. And I will admit that I became semi-erect during Sanctuary.
At least until the psychiatrist could rub his out.
You know when Sid James and the Carry On Moves would see a girl he liked, he'd go... That was me during Sanctuary.
You'll never play it again now.
I don't think I can.
But yeah, we travelled up to Rosfest in this car with Stacey's mum, drove us there. And she said, I've just bought a brand new car. Absolutely fantastic, brand new, 2013. Now, Americans do cars like nobody else on earth. And we sat down in this car, and I'm not kidding you, it was mission control. It's all fly-by-wire, it's computer and stuff. And we're driving along, it's a brand new car, and it breaks down. And we're driving along, and all of a sudden, like, everything just goes, ew. The power steering goes. All of the dashboard, and we just drift over to the side of the road, and I'm thinking to myself, bloody American workmanship, I can't believe... And she goes, no problem, leans up and touches the wing mirror. And all of a sudden this voice says, General Motors, how may I help you? And it's automatically placed a call to General... Was it General Motors or Chevrolet? Chevrolet.
So what you're saying is that this happens to them all the time?
I didn't know this, but there are cars there are tow trucks that patrol up and down the road. But to me, it looked like she pressed the button. They said, you know, Chevrolet, how may I help you? And Stacey's mum said, we've broken down. And those words were hanging out of the mouth when all of a sudden a bloke appears at the window and says, how may I help you? American service is scary. But I know it really the car really had broken down. But no word of a lie. We were in a rental car. We'd been towed to a place in a rental car on our way to Rosfest within 40 minutes of breaking down. Now, how often does that happen in the UK? So I thought it was bloody brilliant, actually. And then we got obviously to Rosfest, and as I said, those after-show parties. We had who was the band that was playing?
King Crow.
King Crow. Does anyone know King Crow?
Yeah.
Really, really good band. Unfortunately, they were on a stage as big as this at the after show party. And
How many of them?
That's bigger than the Underworld.
yeah, true. But there were about 19 of them, and they're all on effectively because these hotels do a huge amount of conference things. It was a conference stage, and they've got a little back drop thing, and I honestly thought they were going to do a PowerPoint presentation. Welcome to Progressive Rock World. We will now have a PowerPoint presentation giving you all of the details of what Odd Time is all about. And but they were really good. They were absolutely fantastic. But are they Italian?
Yes.
The lead singer, I'm sorry, he sounded like Latka out of Taxi. Because they were going, thank you very much. So but they were really, really good, and everybody was really, really sweet. Except one guy that was, because Ronnie Reiner had actually sort of like paid out his own money, they were taking around a collection to sort of pay him back some of the airfare, which I thought was really sweet. But they chose the most rude person in all of the world to actually do it, and he would come up to you, and I think he was he an Englishman? But he would come, he just said, we're collecting so and so.
I don't remember being there.
And he said, if you said no, he would literally just look at you like you just shot his arm and walked off.
Sounds like me.
How close are they to the end of the set?
Well, who knows? You're 6 minutes overdue. Yeah.
They are 6 minutes overdue.
You are 6 minutes overdue.
Go for it.
With all the splinters that you pull from me, you place my bones upon the road. Another waste of time and energy, until you learn to make your own. This light motif. Hello, Mike. This